afternoon, welcome back to the Coffee Vanners. If you're new here, welcome to the channel and please consider subscribing, as that always makes YouTube think we're doing a good job. For those of you returning, as you'll know, we've done a few in this series of sort of caravan catch-up, talking about different things like lifestyles, how we caravan, how we got back into caravanning. But in this one, I want to follow up on something that Andrew Ditton spoke about in his video last week, and that was about your payload, not the technicalities of towing or anything like that, just purely the payload of a caravan, and I'll link that in the description below. So when we watched Andrew's video, I started to think about not just the payload that we have, and as you'll see from this little graphic that I'll stick either here or here, will be that we have quite a substantial payload, as you'll see from the MIRO to the MTPLM. We've got a good 300 kilos, so that in itself is not unsubstantial. You know, that's a canny amount of weight that we can put in the caravan. But even though we can put that in the caravan, when we take into account that this caravan, since it arrived totally empty, we've got 2 gas bottles in it, an increased size leisure battery, we've also got a motor mover fitted. We can probably wave bye-bye with other little bits that we've added that will stay in the caravan all the time: the coffee maker, the TV, the bedding, the stuff in the bathroom, cleaning stuff and things, little bits of tools and things like that. We can probably wave bye-bye to 100 of those kilos. So that brings us to think, what about the rest of the 200 kilos we've got to play with? Now, I know from what Andrew's had to say, a lot of people don't have anywhere near 200 kilos to play with once they take into account things like motor movers and gas bottles. So what we do, and what we've learned since we got back into caravan, which is not quite a year ago, is that we've started to think about how we pack for certain trips. So we basically do 3 different sorts of caravanning or caravanning trips. We have the short weekend break, which predominantly will be to a site that's either got electric hookup or is off grid. So from that, we're going to be carrying probably a sunshade of some form or other. So we carry the airway awning, and we'll carry the windbreak, the Kadak, because we're cooking on gas instead of using electricity inside the caravan. And we'll have a certain amount of kit that we will take purely for that type of holiday, which is different to the holiday we're going on at the end of this week, which is to the back of the Beyond, and it's going to be on a fully serviced pitch. So we won't be taking 2 barrels aqua rolls, and we won't be taking a Wastemaster. Instead, we're going to take the Collapse kit, and we're going to take the aqua roll freshwater supply kit that just literally goes from the tap into the aqua roll and then uses the normal water pump into the caravan. So with that, we also have to think about how we're going to store the kit we don't take, because when we've got 3 different types of, if you like, weekend breaks or holiday breaks or whatever, we have an amount of weight based on each. And what we're thinking we need to start doing is to actually create this little checklist that what we'll have in the caravan all the time. So we'll, like I said, gas bottles, leisure batteries, motor movers, but also chairs that we take for outside, the sort of things that we put in the fridge, because if we're going for a weekend break, we tend to take everything we need for the whole weekend, whereas when we're going away for a week or so, we don't really take anything other than maybe meat for barbecues, and the rest we will buy when we get there. So we'll go and buy our bread buns, bread and bits and pieces that we need from a local supermarket, because that means we're not having to think about, if we're going away for a week, the dates on bread and buns and things like that. We just buy them locally. So with that in mind, like I said, we need to think about these 3 different types of holidays that we do. So if we're going away and we're going off grid, we'll take the solar panel, we'll take the whole kit and caboodle what we need for a weekend. That's going to weigh X amount, and I suspect that's probably going to be the heaviest of all that we take, because even if we're going away for a weekend, we'll take the sun canopy, and we'll take the windbreak. If we're going away for a week, then we'll take the full-size awning, but the full-size awning won't go in the caravan. We'll put that actually in the back of the car, purely because it's just a bulky thing that's going to be in the way when we get to site. You know, it's better off in the boot, out of the way. So we're probably carrying less weight for longer trips than we are for shorter trips, and it's something I think all caravanners need to think about, is what weight the caravan weighs and what they're carrying. Because most of us, and I think when we actually sat down a couple of days ago and we went through the caravan, we found we've actually got stuff in here that we're carrying all the time that we don't actually need to carry all the time, and we've taken that stuff out of the caravan and we've put that in what's become the caravan storage room. It was an office at one time or other, but that's gone well and truly out of the window. So that's the thought for today. So if you can drop us some comments down below, you know, how do you caravan? How does it work for you? And do you plan for different trips in different ways? Do you load your caravan differently? Do you store it in separate piles? Do I have a pile for weekends and a pile for weeks and a pile for 2-week, 3-week holidays? So let us know, because we're still learning and we're still thinking we can do better, because the less we carry, obviously the more fuel economy we're going to get, and the less we have to worry about when we're actually going down the road, things in the caravan that might move about or something like that, you know. So drop us a comment down, let us know how you do it, how you work and how you do it. So that's the quick one for this week, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're getting on and liking the channel. We're starting to put out more videos. Normally it's about 2 a week, and we're really enjoying the process. So we're 5 days before we go away. We'll have another video out hopefully on Wednesday, and then we'll be able to sort of get into what this was really all about when we started the channel, because it was really for the grandchildren, for them to see what we were doing. But of course, with the lockdowns and everything else, it's kind of diversified a bit. So we want to get back into the normal vlogging, if you like, and doing things while we're away on site, and showing the sort of things that we do, as well as what we're doing here. We like this caravan catch up. Unfortunately, Ali's at work at the moment, so she's not with us, and we were busy over the weekend. So that's all about, you know, what we've been up to, and we'll hopefully catch up with you in the next one. So till then, you take care, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Ta-da.